Hey there, tennis fans. I'm James Waterson, and I've got your Tennis Now tennis news for the 5th day of the French Open. We've had some upsets and some close calls, so let's get right to it. Kim Clijsters, the second seed in this year's Australian Open champion, fell to 20-year-old Arantxa Rus 3-6, 7-5, 6-1. Clijsters came into the match with a 14-match winning streak at Grand Slams, having also won last year's US Open. But she struggled with a few injuries this year, including an ankle injury she got from dancing at a cousin's wedding. And she hadn't played a match on the tour since the WTA Premier event in Miami. Now, she did win her first round match, but that victory didn't shake off the rust, apparently. She wasn't able to close out her opponent despite having 2 match points, and she hit 65 unforced errors. Meanwhile, Maria Sharapova survived an upset scare against 188th ranked Frenchwoman Caroline Garcia. She was down a set in 1-4, and the 17-year-old Garcia seemed to be on the way to a win, but Sharapova dramatically raised her level of play. In fact, she didn't even lose a game for the rest of the match, as she won the last 2 sets 6-4, 6-love. Still, Garcia showed some impressive tennis, and the Tennis Channel commentators were calling her the next big thing. Even Andy Murray tweeted during the match, "The girl Sharapova is playing is going to be #1 in the world one day. Caroline Garcia, what a player, you heard it here first." Now, he may have actually jinxed her though, because when he tweeted that out, that was the point that she won her last game of the match. Oddly enough, the Sharapova and Clijsters matches were the only 3-setters on the women's side today, as other top seeds, including Li Na, Maria Karolinko, and Andrea Petkovic, sailed through in straight sets. On the men's side, Rafael Nadal took on fellow Spaniard Pablo Andujar, and although he beat him in straight sets, Andujar put up a tough fight and even had a 5-1 lead in the final set. Andy Murray was also tested by Simone Bolelli, but he won in straight sets in almost 3 hours. Fernando Verdasco outlasted Xavier Malisse, Robin Soderling beat Albert Ramos, and Marty Fish won his match against Robin Haas to make his first career 3rd round at the French Open. We did see some upsets. Marcos Baghdatis continued his disappointing run of form today as he fell to Leonardo Mayer, 217th ranked player in the world, in straight sets. Nikolay Davydenko fell to a man ranked even lower than that in 5 sets. Now, you can look forward to some blockbuster matchups tomorrow, including, and most notably, the clash between Novak Djokovic and Juan Martín del Potro. Fortunately, that match is the last one on court Philippe Chatrier, so you won't have to wake up super early for it. Stanislas Wawrinka is also taking on Jo-Wilfried Tsonga, Richard Gasquet is taking on Tomáš Bellucci, and Roger Federer plays Janko Tipsarevic. Now, on the women's side, Francesca Schiavone plays Ping Shui, Yulia Gergis faces Marion Bartoli, and Caroline Wozniacki plays Daniela Hantuchova. Now, in other French Open news, Emily Mauresmo is out of the mixed doubles tournament because of an anti-doping rule that applies to players that come out of retirement. Now, Mauresmo hasn't played for the last 2 years, and she planned to play with Michael Iodra in the mixed doubles event for one last time in front of the home crowd. The pair were last-minute entries into the tournament, and although French Open organizers gave them a wild card, the French Tennis Federation said that she could not play. Now, the issue was that Mauresmo had been retired, she wasn't being actively tested for banned substances. Because she wasn't being tested, she couldn't play. Now, in lighter-hearted news, Serena Williams may be absent from the French, but she has been spotted singing Destiny's Child's Survivor at a karaoke bar. You can see that video on YouTube, and the link is below. You know, this actually reminds me of the infamous karaoke room videos from the French Open a few years ago. And you can see what I'm talking about below as well. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a Facebook contest, and this time you could win $300. If you change your profile picture on Facebook to the Tennis Now logo, which you can find on our Facebook page, and you tag us in it, then you can win. That does count as an entry. We'll randomly pick a winner on June 9th, so get out there and win some money. And that's it for today's tennis news. For a full list of tomorrow's matchups and up-to-date news and analysis, check us out at www.tennisnow.com. Have a good day, everybody.